communication. We see people out here every year. It's the same people that come every year for this special day. It's the 13th annual NASCAR Employee Appreciation Day. And for 13 years, we've had good weather. No rain, but it's been hot. And it'll be hot today again. We hope that the afternoon goes quickly for you. Jeff has just had lunch. He's nice and cool in the building back here. Stevie Latard is here with him. And they'll be out shortly to get the whole proceedings going.
Now, Sam has done many, many designs over the years. And for those of you that are familiar with his work, he is one of the very best artists in the business. What I'm saying. It's good to see you. Now, you're going to be with us for a few minutes. You're going to be signing autographs. And a couple of hours. Oh, okay. So if you want to get Sam's autograph, and you can ask him about any of the. You've done every DuPont car since day one, correct?
Yes, I've been very fortunate to work with DuPont for I guess it's about 15 years now, and it's been real exciting to create the paint schemes such as the original Rainbow Warrior scheme and all the Chrome Illusion paint cars and everything, and then the current Fire and Flames paint scheme. So DuPont's kept me very busy. I'm very appreciative.
All right, well, do us a favor. We have everything set up for you right over here. There's a table right over here. If you'd like to get Sam to autograph any piece coming up, he brought plenty of Sharpies with him today. You're going to use up all those? You are the man. Excellent. All right. So Sam's going to be setting up right over here. He is the designer of the 24 paint scheme. All right, if you would, give it up. Here's someone that's actually going to give you more than just an autograph. He signs autographs, but he's also going to give you some advice, he's going to give you some tips, and he's going to give you some strategies on how you can win the Pit Stop Challenge. If you would, give it up for the front tire changer on the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet, Mr. Clay Robinson. Go, Clay. All right, bud. Listen, the Pit Stop Challenge is right up here on the end. We want you to sign some autographs, and later on today, we're actually going to let you set the base time. We're going to let you do it. It's harder. We're going to give you a couple chances at it, but people are going to be asking all kind of questions. You going to sandbag them?
Maybe let it feel good. I might do it a little bit.
You're that kind of guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, front tire changer from the 24 DuPont Chevrolet, Mr. Clay Robinson. Clay, it's right up here. The Pit Stop Challenge is going to be there all afternoon. If you want to ask him any questions about changing the tires, etc., he is the man. Making his first NASCAR Day appearance.
Thank you.
He may look young, but there's a reason for that. He is. But he has a wealth of knowledge, and you're going to really enjoy meeting the crew chief for the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet, Mr. Steve Latard. Come on up, Steve.
Woo!
All right. All right. Stand right here. We have another minor celebrity, some Gordon guy coming up a little bit later, but they actually came to meet you. This is your crowd.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be up here in Wilmington, hanging out with DuPont.
All right, now you're going to be signing autographs for us for a couple of hours, and if you want to have your picture made with Steve, he'll do that. And also, if you want to ask him any questions about strategy, don't even bother. He's not going to give away any secrets. No way, right?
Yeah, you can't give away any strategy secrets.
Exactly. So Steve's going to be with us for a couple hours. So Steve, we have a place waiting for you right up here up front. Just hang up. And ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for this for a while. He is here. 73 wins, 4 championships, always in the DuPont car. Ladies and gentlemen, driver, the number 24 Chevrolet, Mr. Jeff Gordon.
How's everybody doing today? What a beautiful day. And we've got some fantastic weather out here, and just really want to thank everybody for coming out, all the support that everybody from DuPont and all their families give to this race team each and every weekend and every year. We've been coming up here now, somebody said this is the 13th year, so that's spectacular. It's been an awesome relationship and a wonderful partnership, and we're just excited about getting this weekend going. We always love racing in DuPont's backyard. And
let's talk for a couple of minutes about the blend and communication between driver and crew chief. Have you learned what Steve means on the radio? Steve, have you learned what Jeff means on the radio? Or are you still having to define what he means by loose, tight, good, bad?
Well, the good thing between me and Steve is that he's been working for us for 11 years, and He's gone from being a guy that sweeps the floors to the guy that does the air pressures on the tires to being the car chief and now the crew chief. And so he's been there along the way with all the other crew chiefs and all the wins and championships and everything else. So I think he had a pretty good understanding of what it was like working with me and how I like to communicate, before he ever became crew chief, and vice versa. When he was a car chief, I worked with him a lot as far as what types of things he was doing with his setup. Maybe not as close, as with Robbie, but we had a good relationship, and I've known he's going to be the crew chief, for a long time, probably 5 years. I said this guy's going to be a crew chief, a great crew chief one day, and now he's my crew chief, and so it's really awesome. But I don't know, he might have a different story, but I felt pretty comfortable working with him right from the start.
Steve, did you know that you're going to be the crew chief for the 24 car, or did you wake up one morning and go, it's real? I mean, you have to pinch yourself every now and then. Is this a dream?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a dream to be a crew chief in an organization like Hendrick and be associated with DuPont and a driver like Jeff. But I've always really wanted to be a crew chief, and we talked almost a year ago with Robbie about what the plans are for the future. And, that's one thing about Mr. Hendrick. You like to have plans and backup plans, but I pinch myself every day. I get to go to work and do what I love, and there's a lot of people in the world that don't get to say that.
You bring up an excellent point, and that is cars change, tracks change, strategy changes, crew chief changes. There's been one constant, there's been one thread of continuity all throughout the years. That's DuPont as a sponsor. Don't worry about DuPont being there for a long time, and they're going to support you all the way.
Yeah, they have been. They've been awesome, and it's funny because every time I come up here, it reminds us of how this relationship started, and I never forget Rick Hendrick telling the story because he was in the meeting about when they sat down with DuPont. It was about being an associate sponsor on one of the Hendrick cars, and they asked in that meeting, well, aren't you building a new team with a new driver? We don't know what his name is, and they said, yeah, rookie driver Jeff Gordon, yeah, that team. How come you're not asking us about sponsorship on that car? And Rick said, well, we didn't know you guys were interested in being a primary sponsor. And they said, well, we may be, we're not sure. And that's how it all started. From that meeting, next thing you know, we signed a full primary sponsor with DuPont. That was, the end of 1992, and we've been together ever since. And it's been, I know how great it's been for us, and I think that DuPont, would be the first ones to tell you that's been great for their business, and it's been a great relationship for them too. And that's what makes it work. And that's why we've been so happy for so many years. And I hope I never drive anything but the DuPont Chevrolet.
Excellent.